Hey everybody, welcome to the first guided assignment. This one should be pretty simple because we're not getting into any accounting or anything else. We are just going to walk through QuickBooks Online. So if you've used QuickBooks Online before, this will be super simple. And if you haven't, then it'll be um, I guess, review of. Um, I'm sorry, if you haven't used it before, it'll be a just nice sort of tour of where everything is. So each of these guided assignments, there'll be a video that you'll click on here in the assignment, and then you can just follow along with my video if you want, or you can read through it and do it on your own. Most people like to follow along the video um, and kind of do what I'm doing in the video. And then when you go on to the individual assignment, you won't have a video showing you how to do everything. You'll just have to sort of follow and do whatever the assignment asks you to do. Anyway, so like I said, this is the first one, and all of our guided assignments will be done in what's called the QuickBooks Online Sample Company. This is a company designed by Intuit. It's a company called Craig's Design and Landscaping Services. And what happens is you can't save anything in it. So it resets back to some base kind of baseline every time you close out of it and reuse it. What's nice about that is you can play around with it. You can click on whatever you want and you won't break it because it just resets back. When we do our individual assignments, we'll have our own company files, and then that won't be as safe of a sandbox where we may have to go back and correct things so that we can have a good clean file. Anyway, but for the guided assignments, we're going to use this Craig's Design and Landscape service. So I've included a link here in the assignment for you. Um, but what's challenging about the link is sometimes when I click it, it gives me an error. Other times it'll take me to like my own QuickBooks company file. It's really weird. So I'm going to try it right now and see what it does. And so it looks like it's thinking, yeah. So see here, it took me to my own QuickBooks company file, which is not what I want. I want the sample file, but it is the correct link. So if you get some sort of either a weird thing where it takes you to your own file, if you say have your own QuickBooks, or one time I clicked on it and it just said like I didn't have access. So what you can do is I'm going to right click on it and then I'm going to say open the link in a private window. That's what Microsoft Edge calls it. Or if you're on Chrome, it'll be like open the link in incognito mode. What that means is you're opening it so that it's not using all of the cookies and um, other information that it would normally pull from your browser. So I'm going to open it in private window, and then it always wants to know if I'm a robot, and I tell it I'm not. Then I hit continue, maybe. Just a little slow to load. And then there I am. Now I'm in the QuickBooks sample company. I can tell because up here in the upper left, it says sample company. And then I'm going to follow along now the instructions. So the instructions, I'm going to move QuickBooks out of the way for a second here. So in each of these assignments, it'll kind of give you an overview, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish with the assignment. This important note, do not connect your personal bank accounts or credit card or any other information to the course. We're going to use sample data or practice data for everything in here. So don't put your own stuff in here. And then down here in the guidelines is going to tell me what I'm actually supposed to do and what I'm supposed to submit and how it will be graded. That's all there for you. So I'm going to just go through these steps now. I'm going to move this off screen. I'm lucky enough that I have a setup with two monitors. If you have that, this will be super easy to have the video over on one monitor and follow along in QuickBooks on the other. If you don't, you may have to um, either shrink this down halfway and put the video in the other half or something, right? Or play the video on another device like your phone or an iPad, or I don't know what you have or don't have. Anyway, but for me, I'm going to have it over on my other screen so I can have full screen QuickBooks and so that you can see what I'm doing. I think it'll be easier for you to follow along. So the steps we're supposed to complete in this guided problem is number one, open the QuickBooks Online Sample Company, which we just did. and then locate the main dashboard or home area, and that's where it opens to. You can see we're on home over here. So this is the main dashboard you'll see when you open up QuickBooks Online. 3 is to find the left navigate menu and identify where you would go to work with customers, vendors, banking, reports, and accounting tools. So a lot of stuff is done in the new QuickBooks Online using the create button here. When I roll over it, it'll open up the customers submenu right here, the vendors submenu, team, which means your employees and things like that, and then other. So to work with customers, we would come here and use these different items. To work with vendors right here. Banking, we can do bank deposit right here. Whoops. Bank deposits right here. What else did it say? Reports and accounting tools. And then further down the left menu over here, we'll see reports. And then we'll see accounting for accounting tools. Okay. So that was number 3. Number 4, find the create button and review the types of transactions. So we just kind of did that. But you can see, again, how it's organized under the create button, all the different things we would do with customers. So those are kind of sales related activities. All the things we would do with vendors, which are purchasing related activities. Team, which would be employee related activities, and then other. So those are all the different things, and we'll go through some of them now, and of course, much more in depth throughout the course. All right, so step 5 is to open the customer hub and briefly review our customer list. So we can either do that just by coming in here and choosing one of these. Oops. But again, this is called create, so that can be a little confusing. Or we can look at these main options across here. We can just click on Customer Hub. Again, the Customer Hub starts with just an overview, what people owe us, stuff like that. And our customer list will be right here under Customers and Leads. So for this sample company, it's like they have a number of customers already, 29 different customers. Amy's Bird Sanctuary. I was looking for if they had a really cool one with a cool name, but I don't see anything super cool. So anyway, there are Cookies by Kathy. That sounds delicious. So there's a review of our customer list. You can see the way this is set up right now, that it shows the balance, what each customer owes us. And of course, we can, and we'll learn later, we can actually adjust how this list looks to give us whatever information we want. Step 6, open the expenses and bills area. So I'm going to go back to home. Although I'm going to go to expenses and pay bills. But I want you to see when I was in the customer hub, that over here on the left, I could also just go to expenses and bills from there and go to my overview. So there's usually more than one way to get somewhere. So again, this gives us our expenses and bills overview. And then it says briefly review the vendor list or the expense tools. So I'm going to look at vendors. These will be all the people we buy stuff some. You'll see that we owe money to some of them. And again, later on, we'll learn about what we can do with vendors and how we can customize these lists and so forth. So that's our vendor list. And then our expense tools, I guess what they mean by that is we can do bill payments, we can record our mileage, and we can record other expense transactions right here. Number 7, open the reports area. So I'm going to come back over to the left menu, and I'm just going to click on it to open to the reports overview screen. It wants us to run a basic profit and loss report. You can see up here under favorites, we have profit and loss. It already assumes that's a favorite because that's such a standard report that businesses use. If I click on it, it'll give me my standard profit and loss. This Insights is a fairly new feature in QuickBooks, so it's using AI to sort of analyze my numbers here and give me some insights on what's going on. I guess that's pretty cool. I haven't played with it a lot. So there's our profit and loss report. You can see it just assumed I wanted from the beginning of the year until now. Of course, I could always change the date. Like I could do the last 6 months, or I could do last fiscal year. You can see that there is no last fiscal year because, well, this is a sample company with not a ton of data. Um, I'll just do all dates, which means all dates that this place has been in business. But anyway, so you can manipulate by the reporting period, and then you can change through other things. Again, we won't really change much now, but we'll learn more about it in the future. And then we're going to run a basic balance sheet as well. So if I go back to my standard reports, up here under favorites, you'll see a balance sheet. Remember, balance sheet is just an overview of the assets. Those are the things we own. The liabilities, those are the debts that we owe to people, and the equity, which means how much the business owner actually owns of the business. That's a little weird, I know, but it means the difference between our assets, what we have, what the business has, and the debts the business owes. This business actually has more debt than it has assets. You can see its equity is negative right now, which means if you were to close up the business, the owners would have to pay in to be able to close it up. Anyway, so that's a balance sheet. Um, and again, we can change the report period and the dates. And that last one, number 10, says review how the reports are organized and where the dates, totals, and account categories appear. So we kind of did that. Just take a look. And again, what's nice about this sample company is you can mess around with it and change things, and nothing bad's going to happen. All right. So what I want you to submit for this assignment is a PDF of the profit and loss statement. So I'm going to go back to that profit and loss. And then to create a PDF of it, I can either print it, and then instead of printing it, I can click Save as PDF, and it just saves it to my downloads. And then I'm going to go, and then I also want you to submit a balance sheet. I'll go to that balance sheet. Again, I'll click on the print icon, save it as a PDF. You can see it saved it to my downloads. And then brief answers to the reflection questions below. And you can just do those in Word or however you, most likely Word, or you can even submit them as part of the text box, which I'll show you. So when I'm done here, I'm going to go back into Canvas, where I was reading these instructions from, and then I am going to, so right now I'm in teacher mode. It's hard to show you what I would do, but let me click on View as a student. I would start the assignment, and then I would click on that balance sheet that I downloaded and click on that profit and loss statement. So I'll hit open, and I'll upload the balance sheet, and I'll add another file, and I'll click on the profit and loss. And then no, I'm not going to use Studio. We'll just use the file uploads. And then my answers to those questions, which I didn't do, I was just explaining, I would have saved in my Word document, and I'd upload that there too, and I'd click Submit Assignment. And that's how I turn it in. So the grading for this assignment, super easy. Okay, I'm not really trying to see if you had a perfect knowledge of everything yet. This is just an overview. So mostly if you submit the balance sheet and the profit and loss and you answer the questions and they're reasonable answers, you'll get full credit for this assignment. Anyway, so that's the first guided assignment, and I'll have a video for each guided assignment that will help you as you work through them. And yeah, that's it. So if you have questions, don't be afraid to ask. You can email me through the inbox here in Canvas. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me. And I like it because it keeps it organized by class. So just click on that and send me a question. You can also send a regular email if you want, but that's not as good for me in the sense that it doesn't keep it organized with the class. Anyway, good luck and let me know if you have any questions.